Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're reacting to Jordan versus Pippen, dismantling the agency narrative with real data. Squad Dawkins here said the Michael Jordan versus Scottie Pippen debate has been reignited after sports agent Rich Paul claimed that Pippen was actually more impactful than MJ during the Bulls championship runs. Is there any truth to this statement? We're going to find out using Squad Dawkins deep statistics. I'm curious what this has to be, man. I know a lot of Jordan fans do not like Rich Paul. They think his whole desire is to tear down Michael to uplift LeBron. So let's see what he's got to say here, man. I'm excited to check it out.
I think Scottie's rings are just the same as Michael Jordan's. Why not?
Because he won the best player on the team.
Yeah, but he was the most impactful player on the team.
I get it.
If you unplug Scottie Pippen off that team,
Sure.
Jordan's 0 for 6.
In another episode of Two
0 for 6 is kind of crazy.
Idiots Desperately Trying to Push LeBron's GOAT Status podcast, the lead idiot Rich Paul claims Scottie Pippen was more impactful than MJ during the Bulls championship runs. Well, I chose to take that personally for the real GOAT. So we're going to let the numbers decide who really had the biggest impact on the Bulls' success. Not opinions, not highlights, not feelings. And we're going to do that using Game Score.
Okay.
Game Score is basketball references of
Measure scoring, shooting efficiency, playmaking, rebounding, defense, turnovers. It seems fair to me.
official metric for measuring a player's total individual impact on a game. It takes into account points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, turnovers, and shooting efficiency. All of it rolled into one number. We are going through every championship run, every iconic game, every elimination moment, every time the Bulls needed someone to be the best player on the floor. And we are going to show you the game score for Michael Jordan and for Scottie Pippen in every single one of them. 6 championships, 116 playoff games. Let's go. One quick note before we start. We're only looking at games from the Bulls championship playoff runs. That means you won't see Pippen's migraine game in Game 7 of the 1990 Eastern Conference Finals against the Pistons, where he posted a negative game score.
Dang.
Which, by the way, is worth mentioning. A solid
He played 42 minutes with a migraine?
performance from Scottie in that game might have been the difference between elimination and another Bulls championship. Tell that to Rich Paul.
Jordan off the spin to the scoop. Spectacular shot.
In the first round of the
Beautiful.
1991 NBA playoffs, the Chicago Bulls swept the New York Knicks in a 3-game series. The Bulls opened with a dominant 126-85 blowout in Game 1, won a hard-fought 89-79 defensive battle in Game 2, and closed out the series on the road with a 103-94 victory in Game 3.
Jordan trying to shake off Starks. Oh, what a move by Jordan. It counts. And the foul.
Over the course of this 3-game series, MJ scored a total of 87 points, recorded 18 assists, and finished with a game score average of 26.1. Pippen scored a total of 59 points, recorded 15 assists, and finished with a game score average of 17.7. In total, MJ racked up a staggering 78.3 game score points, compared to 53.1 for Pippen,
Dang.
helping propel the Bulls into a second-round matchup with the 76ers.
Jordan putting the move on Hawkins. Yes. And it counts.
MJ dominated the series, averaging 33.4 points per game, 8 rebounds, 7.8 assists, 1.8 steals, and 1.4 blocks per game. He dropped 46 points in Game 3 and closed out the series with a 38-point and 19-rebound effort in the elimination game, adding 136.1 game score points to our tally. Pippen averaged 23.4 points per game in the series, along with 9.4 rebounds and 6 assists per game, contributing a total of 103.8 game score points.
Oh, Thomas had a save and another steal by Jordan. Putting the move on Dumont.
Against the defending champion, Detroit Pistons, in the 1991 Eastern Conference Finals, MJ didn't just win the series, he ended an era. In Game 1, he set the tone with 22 points, 6 assists, and 3 steals as Chicago took control on their home floor. 2 nights later, Jordan turned up the pressure, pouring in 35 points while adding 7 assists and 2 steals to push the Bulls one step closer to history. But Game 3 was where MJ delivered one of the most complete playoff performances of his career. He exploded for 33 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists while terrorizing Detroit's offense with 3 steals and an astonishing 5 blocks. It was a dominant two-way masterpiece and the highest game score of the series. Then came the knockout blow. With the Pistons facing elimination in Game 4, Jordan finished the job with 29 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists, adding a steal and 2 blocks as Chicago completed the sweep. For the series, MJ averaged 29.8 points, 5.3 rebounds, 7 assists, 2.3 steals, 1.8 blocks per game, and the average game score of 26.2. Bouncing back from a disappointing series versus Detroit the year before, Pippen elevated his game as he averaged 22 points, 7.7 rebounds, 5.2 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks per game, while posting an impressive 20.2 average game score. It was a tremendous all-around performance, but even that was overshadowed by the legendary level MJ reached throughout the series.
And we're set for the start of Game 1.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably going to get well over 100 by the end of this one.
The NBA.
Not looking good, Scottie. Do y'all think it's stupid to say that MJ's rings matter more than Scottie's rings when they were on the same team? I understand the impact for like greatest of all time debates and the impact for like all time rankings. Obviously, MJ's are more valuable than Scottie's because MJ won Finals MVP and he was the best player on the best team. Kind of with Robert Horry, like he won 7 championships, but people don't pretend like he's one of the top 10 players of all time. Not even close. He's not even top 50 for a lot of people, top 100. So is it kind of weird to even have this argument? Can we just say Scottie won 6 championship rings and he was a very impactful part of it? Or do we have to tear down teammates while having this discussion? I don't know. But I know that the reason this is getting brought up is because Rich Paul said that Scottie was more impactful. So hey, I understand the point of the video.
Under the brightest lights of the 1991 finals against the Lakers, MJ orchestrated an unstoppable offensive masterclass.
Good look by Worthy, but Jordan over for the block. Here's Jordan over Scott. Jordan. Oh, a spectacular move by Michael Jordan.
Delivering a staggering string of performances, highlighted by a 36-point, 12-assist effort in Game 1, and closing with a relentless 30-point, 10-assist showing in Game 5.
Crazy.
While Jordan carved out his legendary status with consistent scoring and playmaking throughout the 5-game battle, Pippen emerged as the ultimate two-way enforcer, saving his most devastating blow for last. In the championship-clinching Game 5, Pip unleashed a monstrous 32-point, 13-rebound, and 5-steal masterpiece, perfectly complementing Jordan's sustained brilliance to bring Los Angeles to its knees. But to truly comprehend the absolute, unmatched stratosphere MJ was operating in, you just have to look at the total game score points for the series. Jordan racked up a jaw-dropping
I mean, Jordan blew him out pretty much every single one except Game 5.
146.8 total game score points across the 5 games. An absolutely legendary, mind-boggling display of basketball perfection and two-way dominance. To put that monumental achievement into perspective, Pippen, despite playing historically great basketball himself, accumulated 87.7 total game score points. Jordan didn't just win the series, he statistically eclipsed everyone on the floor by a monumental margin, cementing his God-tier status. During the 1991 playoff run, Pippen managed to record a higher game score than MJ in only 2 out of their 17 total postseason games together. This means that for 15 of those 17 grueling playoff battles, Jordan statistically eclipsed one of the greatest two-way players in NBA history. How's that for impact?
Hey, it's meaningful, and this is part 1. I'm curious where the heck part 2 is. Does he have it linked anywhere? I don't know, man, but let's see what the comments got to say real quick. We got to see the Bulls without Jordan. They lost, and they are still losing. Pippen was a good player, but he wouldn't be top 75 without Jordan. Jordan would still be top 75 without Pippen. That's an interesting thing right there. Y'all think Pippen would not be in the top 75 without Michael Jordan? I mean, the one season he didn't have Jordan, Scottie Pippen stats. Let's look it up real quick. Scottie. I mean, the man averaged 16 points per his career. Normally, if you average 16 points for your career, you're not a top 75 player. The one year that Jordan was out, of course, they're going to put an ad in front of it. Come on. 93, 94, 94, 95. He was 3rd in MVP and 7th in MVP. 22 points per game, 21 points per game. Led the league in steals one of those years. but ultimately, and wait, he was. Let me scooch this over. Bro, I'm too zoomed in. Control minus. Okay, here we go. 93, 95. He was third in MVP, seventh in MVP, fourth in DPOI, second in DPOI, All Star, All NBA first team, All NBA first team, All Defensive first team, All Defensive first team. So I might disagree that Scottie wouldn't be top 75 all time. I don't know what his career would look like. I don't know if the Bulls ever would have won without Jordan. I think the Bulls still win without Scottie. I think the fair argument here is replace MJ with another good player they could have signed for that money. Replace Scottie with another player. The thing is, Scottie barely made any money in his career. So there might be a bit of a disparity there that the replacement of Scottie, maybe Jordan wouldn't have gone 6-0, but if you replace MJ with another player making that similar money, they might still win at least one championship. I don't know, but let me know what y'all think. I'm kind of curious to learn more about the Michael Scottie head to head because I have seen certain things that feel off to me. Scottie versus MJ playoff stats. I feel like there's random images I've seen. Yeah, so 90 stats. Like Scottie had more playoff wins, points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, all defense, and triple doubles. Jordan just had more points. I've seen a lot of things like this. Oh, this one's actually way more Michael. He's got more points, more assists per game, more steals per game, more minutes per game. I think the reason there's that disparity is because Scottie played that extra year without MJ. That's probably why his points or the rest of his stats are a lot higher. But I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm gonna do more of my research to see kind of who. I mean, obviously Jordan was the better player. He was more impactful. I think it's stupid to say otherwise. And I wish Rich Paul would actually provide data or information instead of just speaking out of his butt and being like, yeah, Scottie was more impactful. Like, why don't you provide evidence that we can look at and then come to a conclusion ourselves instead of just sharing your opinion with nothing to base it on? Because I think there's way more evidence that MJ was more impactful than Scottie. But either way, let me know what y'all think about Rich Paul's statements. I know a lot of y'all don't like him, so let me know if you think there's any credence to the fact that Scottie was more impactful. And we just saw the '91 season. Were any of the other seasons was he more impactful? I'm kind of curious to know. Obviously, the man was a beast, dude. In '94, '95, he led the Bulls in every major stat. Like that is an impactful player, but I still think Jordan was more impactful regardless. So let me know what y'all think. Hope y'all have a great day, night, whatever time of day it is for you. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Doses.